everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Black Thoughts, Season 4, Episode 7. Today I got my trusty partner, Winston Black, with me again.
What's up, everybody?
And today we want to talk about Tales from the Bench. Now, I know it might seem a little crazy, but, you know, sometimes when you play basketball, you have to play your role, you know what I mean? And every once in a while, we all have to, you know, kind of sit down, you know, before it's our time to actually go out there and do our thing. But in sitting down on the bench, you have a lot of funny stories that come from sitting on the bench. One story that I I had, and I love this story, right? I was sitting on the bench and I was sitting beside another player, and he wanted to get in the game so bad. Now I think we all knew that he wasn't good enough to actually get in the game at all, right? But he still, you know, he was like our big hype man, right? And I thought it was so funny. One game he knew he wasn't gonna get in, so he kept on trying to point out mistakes that another player was making on the court, but he kept saying it loud. So he would be like, "Yo, box out! Yo, no, hey, such you gotta put your hands up, all this other stuff, right?" And me and a couple other players was looking at him on the side. We like, "Yo, why you trying so hard to put that man on the bench? Like, bro, he not about to get taken out of this game, like." But the fact that you even had that mindset to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna screw him over today. I'm gonna get him out of here." It was just so crazy to me, bro.
Yeah, man. Like I say, yo, Tales from the Bench, yo. It like you said, there's a lot of stories that could come from that. And me being one of the biggest bench players,
oh my God.
Like, man, I can say that I understand where dude coming from. But I would never go that far though.
I'm not saying he went.
I would never go that far. And of course, I wasn't that Garbino to the point that I had to be on a, "Come on, y'all, box out." I just was quiet and looking at the coach like,
bro,
all right,
here, like come hide.
All right,
come see me.
It's the fourth quarter now. Like, we in the last 12 seconds. The fate is already sealed. Put me in the game now.
But see, I don't like that neither though. Like yo, I don't like if. Whether we're up by 20 or we're down by 20, don't put me in the last 12 seconds of the game.
Yo, it's the most degrading feeling in the world when you get in the fourth quarter and it's only 12 seconds left. I remember, yo, I got into a game, and I ain't gonna lie, like I'm kind of ashamed of the fact that I even got on the team the way that I did, because like I just wanted to play basketball, and it wasn't the fact that like. I could always knew that I always felt like I was good enough to play, but there's a lot of politics that come into, especially high school basketball. There's a lot of politics that goes into it, and a lot of people will look at you like you garbage, but that's why you can't get on the team. But really, it's more politics into it. So for me, I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those players that were a junior on JV, but I wasn't the only junior on JV, right? So with that said, oftentimes, a lot of coaches will do that because they feel like their varsity is stacked. And they'll put players on JV to try to either get them to develop or where so they won't cool down. So it's like you're going to just get the type of practice that you're going to get, but you're not ready to be on varsity because I already got enough for varsity. Mm-hmm. And for me, I was never going to be on varsity. But I think what happened was they took pity on me. Even though like I did well at practice and the tryouts, it was just like, all right, you never gonna get on, but we'll give you a year. So while I was playing on JV, like I used to get in the fourth quarter, the last 12 seconds of the game, and like all I would ever be able to do was get maybe like 2 points, maybe get an assist, or I would probably get like a good pass or maybe a crossover. And I would always give myself like slight little goals. Like, all right, today we're going to cross somebody over. Today I'm going to do a good pass. I'm going to let somebody that I know for certain when we get to college, they not playing at all. Like, I always had the hope that I was going to play in college. But like, I knew for sure that like, I knew that JV wasn't going to be my last stop.
I'm going to be real with you, bro. And this is something I've said to plenty of people. I've never had, you know, the drive to actually play basketball like in college or even for the NBA. Like I just like playing ball, yo. You know what I mean? That's all I like doing. And it's like, yo, playing for a team, it sucked all the life out of me.
Yeah.
Like I like playing rec ball. I like just playing ball with my friends and stuff like that. Like I like it being fun. Like, but when it's not fun anymore and it becomes like a job, like a regular 9 to 5, it's like, nah, I'm good on that though. But like I said, like it's been plenty of times like I've started plenty of games before. You know what I mean? It's like it's not like I sat on a bench like yo, the entire season I never got in, or oh yo, you got in the last 10 seconds of like only 3 games. Like I've been in games that I've started and I've sat out games where I've actually even still got back in. But those games that I sat out, I was like yo, I hated it, but I loved it at the same time, because like it kind of put you in perspective of different things. Like the games that I had to sit out, I'd be sitting there and I'd be looking at you know, people in my position, right? I'd be looking at them on the floor and I'm watching how they move, and I'm like, yo, why do they stay in the game so long? You know, how do you miss 6 shots but then you get 6 more attempts to make 6 more shots? But when I shoot 1 or I shoot 2, I'm back on the bench again. You know what I mean? I was like, I never understood it. And then, like you said, with the whole thing of politics, basketball politics, it was like, bro, it's favoritism. Bro, they run the board. Like, it ain't nothing else about it.
I used to hear people say, oh, you trash. I'm some cut. I'm this, that, and the third, right? And we get at practice, and I score 6 times on them. Yeah. Coach don't say anything or anything. And, like, this is one thing that a lot of people don't understand. At practice, if the starting 5 loses, practice isn't over. If the starting 5 loses, practice is not over.
Yeah, everybody gonna run.
Everybody has to run. And the crazy part is the bench will never get the opportunity to start if they beat the starting 5. Like, I wish it was one of those things like drumline, like you get to play for a spot. Like, yo, at practice, if I get to score on your starting point guard this many times, and they doing the same type of defensive press and same type of, and we running the same plays, and I'm outplaying them, the next game I should start. And I used to always think like maybe coach will see this and I'll get that chance. But the only chance that I ever got was if I had a really good practice, I would get in the second quarter. And the crazy thing is I could tell when I was going to get in the game and when I wasn't going to get in the game based on what type of jersey I got.
If you got a jersey that's actually fitting you, that's really good. If it's too big, it's like, nah, I ain't playing today.
Like I remember we played dumb ball. I was so excited because I was like, the day before I had a good practice. I was like, bro, I might get in the second quarter. I got an extra large pair of shorts. I said, damn. I said, damn, yo, I ain't getting in. Yo literally looked at me and was like,
nigga gave me the 2005 Red Storms. Nah, bro.
I said, bro, I was like, yo, the shorts came way past my knees. I said, bro, I can't even take the ball between my legs.
Yeah, no, you wasn't playing.
I said, yo, I sat on the bench the whole game. The crazy thing is, the starting point guard quit during the game, took his jersey off. Man, fuck this shit, man. I get my uncle to fuck you up. Coach said, man, to get the fuck out the gym. And yo left out the gym. And I sat there just like this. I said, all right, well, if he ain't playing, and I'm trying to gauge if I'm getting in. I'm like, yo, he a point guard, I'm a point guard. I said, yo, ain't no other point guards. Right. This nigga put a center in, and that nigga played the rest of the game, bro. I said, bro.
No fate.
I said, golly. I'm like, not even the point guard can get in, bro. Like, I'm like, bro, I know the plays. I could have did pretty good. I'm like, hey, man, but you know, it is what it is.
I'm about to say, I've always, like, whenever anybody asks me, I never tell nobody that I'm nice. Like, even when we play outside, I never say, oh no, I'm nice as shit, I'm nice as shit. No, I know for sure that I'm a solid player, right? Anybody that's ever played with me will know, like, yo, he a solid player. Like, yo, he can get the ball on court, he can get the points when he want to get the points.
Right.
Like, I ain't going for 40 every night.
Right.
I'm not that dude. All right, because I believe in distributing the ball for everybody to get it.
Yeah.
At that, you know what I mean? Because if I'm scoring 40 and I got another dude on the team and he's normally a 20-plus player and another dude over here that's a 20-plus player, I'm trying to share it. You know what I mean? I want all of us to get it. Even in the dude that don't ever get in, like you said, I want him to have a chance to get it, you know what I mean, to be able to score too.
Yo, one of my friends, like I said, we was juniors on JV. He already knew. He's like, bro, I already know I ain't playing varsity next year. But the thing was, a lot of people expected that I possibly would have played varsity the next year. Because after a while, I started training with Team Mello, and somehow word got out, even though I never said anything, right? So when it came down to that, I remember one game, he was like, bro, if we get in, bro, can you pass it to me on the wing? Because he was a heavy set dude. He was like, yo, I'm not gonna be able to drive it to the basket. I'm not gonna be able to do that. He like, if you see me open, just give it to me. And I take pride that I gave him the ball. Like I knew, I saw an open lane, right? And I could have went in for the layup, but I saw him on the wing and I saw his look on his face like, bro, please. And I gave it to him. And jumped in the air and he shot it. We was home too. And it was like, whack! He was like, yo, he's cheesing down the whole court. He was like, yo, thank you, yo, thank you. And I'm like,
I was about to say that kind of reminded me of my sophomore year. So it was the last game of the season, and coach had just let us in. And I remember, shout out to my man Patrick Reddy, yo. Pat had got on the floor with me, right? Pat whole family came to this game, yo. He came to the game. Now, I'm thinking to myself, I'm trying to give me a buck. It's the last game of the season. Like I ain't know if we was gonna be able to go to varsity or not like that, right? So I get the ball, I finally got it, and it's like the same situation. I could drive it, I could shoot it, right? But I was like, nah. I dump it down to Pat, right? He down on the block. He get on the block, turn around, go up. Yo, his whole family is cheering. Yo. Yeah. And I felt so great. You know what I mean? Like, yo, he was able to experience that. They were able to experience that that man got that on the block like that. Yeah. I didn't even score that game. Right. That's how crazy it was. I sacrificed my own chance to have a point just so that my man can get a point. And
that's how I felt, because like I said, it was one of them games when I gave him the ball, I had already scored in the second quarter because, like I said, I had a good practice, so I got in on the second quarter. That's how I knew I wasn't a bum, right? I knew I wasn't a bum because it was like, yo, whenever I used to get in, coach used to always say to me, I don't want nobody else touching the ball except you. He was like, nobody else bring the ball up the court except you. So I used to be like, yo, well, what?
If you got that much confidence, like, why you always playing with
me? I'm like, what is my role here? Like, what are you trying to see what I can do in the time frame that I get? Or you trying to like gauge something to see if I got the spark for varsity? Because it never made sense to me. How do you give me this type of faith where it's though, I want you to rock out, but then it's like, don't rock out that way.
So it's weird. So I only really used to get that when it was still football season, when football season wasn't over. And right. You know, that integration between football season and basketball season, it's like, it's overlapping. So if they were still like in the playoffs or something like that, then I'm starting pretty much. Right. That's the only time I ever remember having any leeway, and it's like, yo, do what you want. Like, if I make a mistake, I get chances to make up for the mistakes. And every game, I am progressing. But then it's messed up when you get to that next game, now football season over, and it's like, all right, hey, starting five, y'all go ahead and get in. I'm thinking I'm going in. I ain't even starting five no more. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, dang, yo, all the progress that we've been making from game to game, my points are going up higher and higher. It's like, oh no, I gotta sit you down real quick. And I'm like, yo, and I ain't gonna lie, the one game that he did it to me, that it created some type of drive in me, because that was like my first double-digit game. Right? Now I came off the bench and gave him that. And I was like, I felt good about that. But then it always was like an on-off, starting, not starting, starting, not starting. And I was like, I don't get it. And it's like, yo, and then my friends are coming up to me like, well, you know, yo, coach say, yo, you good start, yo, but you know, he said sometimes you be nervous. I said, but ask yourself, why am I nervous?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, yo, coaches make you nervous, and you might not even be nervous for the reason that they think you're nervous until they say something about you being nervous.
They think it's the crowd. Yeah. They think the crowd control. They like, oh, yo, that's what got you. No, because I can play in front of this crowd.
Like, bro, I'm nervous because I don't know what you want from me. Yeah. Like, bro, I know I can go past this person. I know I can drop to the basket, but at this point in the time of me playing, I'm playing to stay in the game, not playing to win the game. I'm trying to play as long as possible because just like everybody else, I want to get better too.
Yo, and I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with everybody watching, right? Yeah. I'm the type of player I think on the fly, right? So when you start calling a play as a coach and you're like, hey, run this play like this, and I see somebody stepping up to me, the first thing running through my mind, because I'm seeing things different from the way you're seeing it from the bench. I'm changing the play automatically. Like, yo, you're not gonna tell me, all right, get the ball, swing it to the right, go ahead, do that. No, they inching up too much. Yeah. Now, if I go ahead and I start passing the ball, they cheating the pass lane. Yeah. Now, I'm setting myself up for a turnover, which possibly is gonna get me taken out of the game. So I got a choice to make. Either I'm gonna make the pass, get the turnover, I'm gonna get taken out of the game, or I'm gonna try my hardest and break this defense down, and then I can get it to somebody, or I can go up myself. either way, I'm gonna end up finding myself back over here because coach gonna be like, oh yo, you ain't want to play right.
Right, bro. And then,
but I'd rather go to the bench on my own accord than to go ahead and have you just being like, oh no, come on out.
So get this right. One time we were back in high school playing against a school. I think it was a school called Maritime at the time. I don't think they exist anymore, but it was called Maritime, right? I think it was at one point. I think it was Reginald F. Lewis. But we playing in the game. I get in the second quarter. Like I said, I had a good practice the day before, right? Get in the second quarter. I get in the game. Yo, the same dude kept blocking everybody's shot, bro. I watched from the bench. I said, oh, all right, I'm a pump fake when I get in. He said, Winston. In the game, right? I'm cheesing because I'm like, bro, I'm about to score, right? I see it. I'm like, I'm about to score, right? So I get the ball. We on a fast break. The guy, we used to call him Hell Rel, may he rest in peace. We used to call him Hell Rel. I could see in his face, he's like, I don't really want to give it to him. But I'm like, bro, I'm wide ass open, yo. Give it to me, right? You give it to me. I see dude out the corner of my eye, a pump fake. Dude go up in the air. I put the ball up in the basket. I got 2 points. I'm like, I'm good. I'm cheesing now. I'm in the game. I'm locked in. I'm ready to play defense. And now I know that my next play is going to be 4, 6, 8. I said, bro, I'm going for 10.
And then
right?
the whistle blew.
Nah, dang it. It didn't blow yet. We on defense. We get another steal. We on a fast break. I'm leading the fast break now. I'm running. I got my hand up. Yo, the ball don't come to me. Right? Get back on defense. We get another steal. I'm leading it again. Yo, the ball don't come to me. We miss a shot. Get back on defense. Yo, ball does not come to me. But the coach says nothing.
Right.
The coach says nothing.
He don't even be like, yo, he open.
He's open.
Yeah, like,
he made one. Why
didn't
y'all give it to him?
Yeah,
and what he do? Take me out the game. Now I'm out the game until what? The fourth quarter. I done had this one quarter to try to warm up, and now you take me out, cool me down for the third quarter, put me back into the fourth quarter at the last couple of seconds, and now I'm stuck with 2 because now I'm trying to look out for other people that didn't score.
One thing I've never understood about that too, right, is that whole thing of be ready. Like, don't tell me to be ready when you sat me down and cooled me off. And then in a pivotal moment, you want me to go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, pull a miracle out of my ass. Like, yo, that's the worst thing to try to do to somebody, especially when you're a kid. Like, yo, if we had the mindsets that we have now back then, it would have been a whole shouting match every single game.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yo, you literally have put me in a position where I look like the worst guy in the world. Because imagine this, right? Imagine that happened to you, right? Mm-hmm. You get put in the fourth quarter. Now the game is like they up by 1, so your shot wins the game. So if you miss the shot, it's like, oh, you see, that's why I don't like putting you in the game.
See, I would have never been in.
See, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying though, if it had came down to that,
like somebody fouled out and then they gotta put you in.
Because it's been times when I've been sitting down and then like my man, he goes up, he comes down, wrist popping. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He on the ground, he laid out, he can't do nothing, and it's like, Wes, get back in the game. So now I'm in the game the rest of the game. Right. You know what I mean? Like, but if that happens at a pivotal moment and you get in, you're like, I haven't touched the ball since like the layup line, bro.
Yeah. And that's another.
I have nothing. I'm cold as a mug. So any layup I try to do mine. And you know how it is when you're in game situations. Like, you either have no strength or you have too much strength.
Yeah. And if you ain't got time to adjust, especially since you've been out since the layup line. Yeah, like, that's one thing I couldn't stand, it's been times I've been in the layup line, I'm warmed up. Like, I'm ready. I'm cashing everything I'm putting up. I'm like, bro, if I get in the game, I'm going to score. Like, I know for sure a shot going to drop. And the coach be looking at you in the layup line. They see you cooking like that. And then they ice you. Yeah. And you be like, bro, like, I that's one thing I hated about basketball. And don't even get me started on college basketball. I was fortunate enough to play college basketball. But politics. I used to, one thing that I would say, like you said, coaches will sack the fun out of the game. My college coach sacked the fun out of the game. I was on the red shirt team. And we would play like these schools, sitting on the bench. We be getting blown out by like 40 points, bro. I'm still not in the game. I'm like, bro, what is the purpose of me being here? Yeah. Like,
you could just only, and you ain't even got a whole 12 spots or 14 or however many y'all had. Like,
and I used to
hold like 6, 7.
I used to hate that. Yo used to be like, as soon as he called me up, right, he'll be like, Winston, you going to determine how long you play. I'm looking at the score. I'm looking at him. I'm like, bro, what do you expect me to do? We down 40. What do you want me to do?
This nigga must thought you was Steve.
Yo, you want me to get in the game and just change the whole dynamic of the game? The time for you to tell me that was when we was down 10. And you said, all right, look, I'm going to take this player out the game. I want to see what you can do. Because the crazy thing is this. Everybody on my team used to say, yo, Winston got the best dribble. He should be running. He should be the starting point guard. They were like, yo, he faster. He got the best dribble. He can get the ball to all of us, right? Mm-hmm. Even the nigga that was starting used to be like, yo, he should be running the point. And I should be at the 2 so that he can have the energy. I'm like, bro, that's how it should be. But when you put me in later in the game and you going to take me out, I mean, you was at one of the games. Yeah. Like, as soon as I got in, the nigga took me out just over because somebody tried to pass the ball. And I didn't even touch the ball. The nigga couldn't pass the ball. And it got deflected. Never even touched my hands. The coach looked at me and said, why didn't you cut? I said, what?
What are you supposed to do? Like, yo.
I said, I'm giving him help.
He's jammed up. He's jammed up at that point.
I'm like, bro, if I would have cut, the ball still would have got deflected out of his hand. He couldn't even put the ball on the floor.
Nah.
I said, I'm coming up to get the ball. He deflected, it go out of bounds. Coach looking at me like, what are you doing? You should have cut. And then I knew that I was in the right because when he took me out the game, the head coach who coached the actual team, not the red shirt team, came down and was like, why did you take him out? And he came over to me and was like, what's going on? I was like, man, I'm sitting there. I was like, oh, you see that he was in, I was like, coach took me out because he said that he wanted me to cut. I said, but he was locked up. I was like, I was going for the help. I get back in the game. Now, granted, I jacked up. I messed up, right? I messed up. I ain't gonna lie. Dude, that was my time to shine, and I ain't gonna lie. I messed up, right? I messed up. Because I had something called a big brother in my ear while I was on the court. Charles kept on saying, oh.
Oh, see, no, I'm not saying, yeah, don't blame me.
No. He said, because he took me out. He's like, go hard. And I was like, you know what? He right. I'm going to go hard. And I messed up my moment. So, I mean, really, I didn't mess it up, but I messed it up. But, like, we playing in the game. I get back in the game. Nobody can take the ball from me. I'm getting the ball at the court. But, like you said, when you get cooled down like that, you get into the game, you trying to do your layups.
It's not the same.
You either too strong or it's too light.
Because, the level of confidence is lower. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everything that you were able to do in the beginning, when you were in, you're not gonna be able to do it towards the end.
Right.
You're gonna be rusty.
I'm like,
a lot of people, a lot of coaches don't understand that. Now, don't get me wrong, it ain't no excuse. 'Cause I mean, it is some people that can come off and come do it.
Yeah.
But you have to understand that everybody's not the same, and a lot of coaches are teachers as well, and you have to understand that too. Like, yo, if you're in a class and you know that everybody doesn't learn the same, you should understand that all your players don't play the same.
So here was the reason why I messed up, right? The gym that we practiced in was never the gym that we played in.
Right.
So the gym that I practiced in had way more grip on the floor. I could do all my crossovers and I could do that. He used to always ask me, all the stuff that you do at practice, why don't you do it in the game? I'm like, oh, because the floor is too slippery. I like every time we play, we're all slipping and sliding. I was like, bro, I can't do any of my crossovers on this floor. But if we play on the floor that we practice in, I'm like, I can do that stuff. I'll have the confidence to do it. But it would never be like that. So practice, we playing against the actual team. You know, I'm doing everything that I need to do. It's perfectly fine. He's like, if only we could get you to do that in the game. I said, well, let us play over here. We never got to play over there, though.
Yeah, I'm about to say, why? I don't get that either. Like, if that's not the gym that y'all gonna play in, y'all should, like, y'all should be in the gym that you are playing in and actually practicing in that gym. You should be over there so that when you can find your spots. That's the whole point of having a home court advantage.
Right.
Like, yo, that's just like y'all playing in another foreign place.
Yo, it was a guy that we was playing against, right? He was like, yo, what the F is up with y'all court, bro? Like, he was like, yo, I can't, because he tried to cross me, and he slipped. Boom. Fell on the floor, lost the ball, we got the steal. I did a crossover, slipped, lost the ball, they got a steal. It's like, bro, you couldn't win for losing. And the coaches will look at it like, y'all ain't got no handles.
No,
No, like, bro,
suck.
it's the floor. Like, literally, every one play, everybody wiping their feet over and over again. I'm like, yo, why don't we play on the floor that everybody else plays on, the good court, the one that's been renovated, so that we can actually have grip and we can actually play like how we really play. So, but it was never like that. And I used to hate that because after every game, and none of the other players really know this, but like after every game, he used to always be like, you could be the point guard that we need if I could just take your fear away. I used to be like, I'm not scared to play.
It's just you gonna keep benching me.
You keep benching me, and I'm not able to play. And then on the games when I'm like, bro, I'm locked in, you look at me and say, well, I can't trust you because I don't think you're gonna do what I need you to do. Now, granted, this is also probably one of my faults because my first point of the first game, I decided to shoot a 3-pointer from way back. I made it, but he didn't want us shooting threes this game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, common sense would say we down 40 and going to the inside isn't working. So maybe we should shoot a 3. So I get in the game. It's the second half because college go by halves. Second half. And one of my teammates, I know he probably be mad at me. I ain't gonna say no names or anything like that. He was down bottom and I was looking at him. I was like, he was a center and he was in the game the whole game and never scored. I said, yo, I feel it. I was like, yo, I feel it. I was like, yo, from when I got the ball on the inbound to when I brought the ball down the court, I said, bro, I'm about to make this shot. And I looked down the bottom. He had the dude boxed out. And I said, yo.
Not tonight.
I said, yo, I can't go home without a bucket, bro. I can't do it.
I was
like, I got to get one. At least one. I said, bro, I've been out since the first half. It's the last couple of seconds of the second half. I said, I got to let it go.
Let me tell you something, yo. And this is the crazy part about something like that, right? And I'm going to tell you something simple. What I used to hate is on a game like that, right? A game you don't score. And this would normally happen, right? A game that I don't score and we win, it's always, damn, yo, you ain't even get no points, you ain't get no buckets, right? But in a game we lose and I do score, they're like, man, y'all can't believe we lost. I ain't gonna lie to you, and everybody can be mad at me or say, oh, yo, that ain't the way to be. I won. Okay, no matter what.
Y'all lost.
Yeah, y'all lost. Y'all lost and I won. Because let me tell you, when we win and I don't score, if y'all can sit here and talk hella shit to me, when we lose and I go 100% from the field, don't say nothing to me. Don't say nothing to me.
I put up one shot and it went in.
Right.
I remember I got in back in high school. I got in the game, right? Last 5 seconds of the game, right? I did a little double cross. I lost the dude, stepped back, shot the ball, it hit me in my stomach, went to the foul line, right? I said, oh man, I was like, I didn't make the shot. But I heard somebody on the side go, and one, right? Missed it, right? First shot, I was cheesed. I was like, well, I'm about to score at home. It was like my first time ever scoring at home. I was like, I'm about to score at home. I was like, I'm putting on the serious face, but really deep down inside, I'm cheesing all of my teeth. I'm trying like that, right? So I shoot the first shot. I missed it. I said, oh man, I gotta make this one though. I ain't gonna score at home.
Yeah, I'm about to show you. Free throw was the easiest thing ever, yo.
I go ahead and do it again, calm myself down. I hear the girl go, yeah, Winston. I'm like,
bro, I'm gonna be real with you. I've never had a problem shooting a free throw whenever I got to the free throw line. I've never been nervous. Honestly, I used to be so happy going to the free throw line because I said, yo, can't nobody block this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit it.
See, for me, I had the pressure of the coach. Like, I'm like, bro, he gauging me based on if I'm gonna get in the next game.
Right.
So I'm like I said, I got in the last 5 seconds, and this is what I got. So it's like, yo, can you knock these down? I'm like, I gotta get this. Or is this? I'm playing for my possible playing time next quarter, next game. If I don't make both of these, bro, you have no chance of getting in the next game. But if I make at least one, it's like, all right, I see something. So, like, one thing I will say, and I know a lot of people will be like, oh, yo, you shouldn't care what people think and this, that, and that, right? But like, one thing that used to piss me off back in high school was, I remember one time, like, one of the players did a play, right? And he did something similar to what I did. And he was like, yo, and the coach was like, yo, that's what I'm talking about, man. See, it's easy just like that. But I never got that type of talk.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I think one of the biggest moments that really broke me down was when we were at a practice in another school, the school Poly. Their gym was messed up. And they had to come practice in our gym. And we pretty much scrimmaged against them, right? And I had got the ball, and the coaches wasn't paying me no mind. They wasn't paying me no mind, right? I'm bringing the ball down the court, and I get double teamed. And I did this in and out crossover. Dude stepped up. I did this spin move, and I heard the Poly coach say, yo, who is that? And then I could overhear them having their whole little conversation. And he was like, who? And our coach was like, who? He was like, him right there. He was like, oh, that's Winston, right? He was like, yo, do he start? He's like, nah, he got some things he got to work on.
That's when you should have transferred.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's when you should have transferred.
I didn't think anything of it, cause like I said, I was a junior.
That's when you should have transferred. And then you should have came back the next year and played every single one of them and did your thing.
Yeah, man. Like that
was the time to do
that broke me, bro. Cause I was like, bro, literally, you literally can see like I'm exhibiting like, and one thing that I'll always take with me from high school, like Lil Sean we was at practice one day. He was a senior, I was a junior, right? I was still on JV, he was on varsity, and I kept driving into the hole, cause like I just was trying to get better, right? And I made a layup. Sometimes I missed the layup, right? And Sean was like, he was like, yeah, yo, I see you, bro. He was like, yo, you starting to come out your shell, yo. He was like, I see you. He like, yo, even though coach gonna say what he said, he like, yo, but I see you trying to get better. You trying to see what you can get away with, right? And I remember one day, right, coach, we was at practice and Stanton just kept lighting me up with threes, right? And I wanted to answer back so bad. So I kept coming back. I shoot. Every time I'm open, coach, pass. I get the ball again, I shoot. I make it, then the pass. I get the ball again, I shoot, miss, make, miss, make, right? And the coach stopped practice, was like, you just gonna keep shooting. I said, coach, I'm open. He's like, not every open shot is a good shot. I'm like, all right. So next play, come down, Stanton, hit it again, right? Come back, pass, I'm open. Pass, I'm open. Pass again, I'm open again, I shoot it. He'll say, sit down, right? Sat me down the whole time in practice. And like, I just was sitting there, and when coach left off, I remember I was talking to Sean and them, right? I was like, yo, what can I do to get better, right? I was like, yo, cause I was like, no matter what I do, I get stopped in practice or I get taken out of the game and da. I'm going on this whole rant, the coach behind me. I said, yo, I don't even know how to get better. And I turned around and he didn't even say nothing. He just looking at me like, cause I'm like, it's facts.
I mean, yo, it is facts. I mean, and as a coach, you can't get mad. Like, yo, you are really out here seeking guidance from the other players on the team,
right? That
are on the varsity team. You're like, yo, how can I be better? Like, what is it in my game? What do y'all see?
Yeah,
that I can improve on.
He's sitting there. He like, yo, everybody line up. This. I'm like, bro, if I was one of those players that wanted to be the first in the gym and the last out, but you don't get those privileges because you're not the guy. Right? When you're not the guy, you don't get those privileges. I remember one time I stayed for a basketball game, and I think it was the girls was playing. Stanton was in the crowd, and even some of the JV coach was there too, right? And after practice, they had Stanton running a drill, right? And it was just Stanton. And I stayed, right? And I watched. I said, yo. And then eventually they ended up letting me get in on it too, right? But I was like, those are the things that you want, like that one-on-one practice to get better. Like if you see that these players doing it, now I get it, some people might say, yo, by high school you should already know it. But the one thing that a lot of people don't understand is we all don't have the same privileges. Everybody can't get into AAU. Now we were black top children. Mm-hmm. Everything we did was recreational, and they closed down all the recreational centers when we was younger. So it was like, it was either you had your backyard or you had to have access to another court through another neighborhood. So if you didn't have access to either to a bus, or for us, we was fortunate enough to have an older brother that could drive to other parts of the city, you wasn't really going to hoop anywhere to get better.
But even at that though, like when we used to go to different courts, you got to understand that you got to have, and this is at any court you go to, you have to have your 5. Yeah. Your legit 5 when you go there. And I can say this, a lot of times you weren't in the rotation for that, because our 5 was always set up. It was me, it was Charles, it was Rudy, it was Chris, it was Clee. That's how the 5 was normally ran. You know what I mean?
So it's like, how do somebody like me get better if I can't get in the AAU because either money or I'm not skilled enough to even try out and make the team? So what I got to do is I got to depend on my self-practice.
Right.
But in self-practice, there's no crowd. In self-practice, there is no free throws. In self-practice, there is no contest to be able to be like, all right, well, I need to work on this. I need to work on this. I only know what I know. But I can only know from what I learned in the neighborhood. I don't learn from playing real competitors like AAU. Like most people that play AAU, they playing people that have strong defense, and it might vary. You got a lefty, you got a righty, you got somebody that gets lower, you got somebody that's aggressive, you got somebody that's not that aggressive. You learn how to do that. You even learn how to go about shifting plays. Like, okay, this play, we usually run it this way, I'm gonna now run it on the left. So like now I don't have the mental capacity, or what they call the mental IQ, basketball IQ, to be able to say, okay, this is how I'm supposed to play.
All right, but hold on. Can we keep it 100 for a little bit though, right? At what point did you think that you actually started taking basketball serious?
The point that I started taking it serious, I'm gonna say
because
14.
Because for a long time you didn't take it that serious.
And that's a fact, but at the same time, there was reasons why I wasn't taking serious. And the main reason was because our older brother was not passing me the ball on the court. So yeah, I was playing Power Rangers while we was in the pickup game. But at the same time, if my older brother not gonna pass me the ball, what am I to do?
Right.
I'm only 8 years old. I'm not getting the ball. You literally only giving it to me so I can touch it so that you can keep dribbling.
No, I was saying it in the sense of like, cause like for me, like I've always played people that were older and they way bigger than me.
But you were also more skilled than I was. So like when it come down to it, you picked up the game a lot faster than I did. Me, I pretty much got into it because everybody around me doing it, and I was the youngest around here, right, around the way. So it was like I'm doing it because everybody else is doing it. So yeah, it may not have been a super passion in the beginning. At the same time, it was like, all right, but I can do it. So even though like I might not have taken it as serious from age 6 to 13, I might not have taken it serious. I still had somewhat of a skill to be able to at least score in a regulated game, right? It was just one of those things. Like I said, like you just don't know, because you're told. Like I said, from the experience of the blacktop to the experience of being actually under the whistle, it's two totally different experiences. And when you put somebody that's used to the blacktop in the whistle game, I don't know nothing about drawing fouls because I don't call fouls.
Right, they give it to you because on the street it's all about respect. If I respect you and I hit you, you got it.
I don't call foul. Yeah. I don't know how to draw a foul because my purpose is going straight up. And if somebody hit me, I'm not gonna get it anyway.
Yeah, and you don't practice free throws on the street either.
Yeah, you don't practice it because
we
it's
don't
like
do it. We don't get them.
All right, so if you get hit, if they deem it hard enough, it's like, all right, it's your ball.
Yeah.
There is no free throw. It's like, okay, I got fouled. I'm tough. So now I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna keep on hooping. But when you get in regulation, it's like, all right, well, now you got free throws. And it's like, okay.
I will say this, right? And this is like on a non-serious thing too. Like one thing that I did enjoy while sitting on the bench, I loved all the accommodations that we got as far as like Gatorades and stuff like that when you're sitting on the bench. Like, yo, like I never forget, like, bro, like we playing one game. And I only got it for a little bit, but I was sitting there and I was like, damn, I'm really thirsty. I don't want no water though. Because when you're a teenager, you don't have to take water. Yeah. I mean, you can have anything. Yeah, I remember Stan and Mother came in with the Gatorades, bro. this was the best drink I've ever had. But I think I took like 2 or 3 of them shits. So I know nobody that was starting got none of that shit. 'Cause I drunk all of that shit.
Bro, I used to drown the waters, the Gatorades. I used to drown it, bro.
You ain't got nothing.
Like, if I ain't going hoop,
here, bro. I'm drinking this water.
I'm gonna be the most hydrated. Oh, speaking of being the most hydrated, man, I remember when I was in college, yo, it was our first game of this. No, not the first game of the season. It was one of the games of the season, whatever it was. We stopped at Wawa's. This was the first time I ever ate at Wawa's, right? And they were showing us how to make the sandwich, you know. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get the double meat. So I'm gonna get the works. I was like, I'm gonna get this. I said, I'm gonna get me extra cheese. I was like, and I'm gonna get me a large Gatorade.
This
right?
after the game?
This is before the game.
Yeah, you geeking.
No.
You geeking.
So get this right. I already knew I wasn't getting in the game, so what's the point?
So you just feeling.
So I'm like, yo, bro, I'm starving. I'm a commuter.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I barely ate anything anyway. So I'm like, yo, I need to eat something. I was like, yo, I ain't getting in the game tonight. I might as well be the most full nigga on the bench then, right? So we sitting there, right? We on the bus, right? Coach come on the bus. He got the receipt in his hand. Who ordered a double meat such and such, a sandwich with the extra cheese and this and stuff? So I raised my hand. I got this big ass sandwich in my hand, and I'm eating it. I was like, me, coach. I did it. I got it. What's the problem?
What he probably said out his mouth, you ain't gonna be playing today.
And he did. And I said this, I wasn't gonna get in anyway. So everybody on the team started laughing, right? Yo. And he said something else. He was like, yo, I said, whatever it was, I said something. I said, it was funny though. I was like, he said something and I said something. I was like, it's something about, I said, no, it's about your mother or something like that, right? And he looked at me like, and I knew that very instant I wasn't getting in the game.
I ain't never gonna play for this motherfucker.
Oh, he tried to make fun of my weight. So he was like, yo, you eat all that food and don't gain no weight. I said, that's because it go, it go all to my dick. I was like, yo, and your mother love it or something.
Oh my God.
I said, it goes where your mother loves it most. Or something like that. Yo was like,
oh my God.
So at the time I had a friend named Clyde. It was like, everybody on the bus died laughing. Bro, I did not get into the game until like the last couple of seconds of the game. But I definitely was full. And I definitely had my Gatorade, bro. Like, I don't regret it, yo. I don't regret it.
And I was just about to say that, like, yo, like, you know, just to kind of wrap this up, like, I don't regret none of the time that I spent, like, playing basketball with any team that I've ever played with. Yeah. Regardless, even if I had to, like, sit out a couple games. I was heated and I was mad about it. But the experience and the relationships that I built with those people that's on that team, like, they were long-lasting relationships. Like, I still talk to a lot of them dudes today. You know what I'm saying?
See, me is completely different. I think for me, basketball was a stepping stone for acting. Because I will admit that I was at some point afraid of the crowd. Because I never really played in front of a crowd before. So in the beginning, it was the crowd. And I think it was like, my purpose of basketball was to be able to overcome my fear of being in front of a lot of people. Because now I can step on into a stage and I'm not worried about the crowd, you know? And I put it to the test when I graduated from college. There was an alumni basketball game. All the basketball players that were alumni could come back and play each other, right? Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to see, because I only played 1 year in college and I stopped. And I remember the coach, after they fired the coach that was in charge of the red shirting team, my coach was like, Winston, are you going to try out for me? And I was like, nah. And he was like, you know, I don't want you to regret it. He was like, you know, because this is a part that I kind of left out, but one of my friends, his name was Christopher, he ended up passing away. But I met him through practicing in the gym by myself. And he came in, he was one of the new recruits. And it was him and another guy that was a recruit. And we was playing in there and I was practicing. And they was like, yo, y'all trying to run a game? I was like, yeah, it's cool. And I was going back and forth with him. Now at this time I was a freshman. My fault, I was a sophomore, he was a freshman. No, my fault, I was a junior. I'm getting my yeah, I was a sophomore. I was a sophomore, he was a freshman. And I'm sitting in there playing, we going back and forth, and I never forget, the coach, one of the best coaches ever, Coach Stewart from Stevenson University, one of the best coaches ever. He came in there, he crossed the zones, and he looked at me because I was holding my own. Now, mind you, this guy that I'm playing against was at the time going to be the starting point guard of this team. But I was holding my own, right? And that's why when he pulled me to the side, he's like, you gonna try out for me? I kept thinking about school. I was like, well, I'm kind of failing everything right now. I was like, yo, I can't juggle both. I'm already commuting. I wake up 4 o'clock in the morning. It take me 2 hours to get to school because I gotta catch a bus and a train.
Did y'all do tour days?
No.
Oh, I'm about to say, cause that a kid.
So I was like, man, like I really wanted to play for him because he's the reason why I got on the redshirt team. Cause I was practicing by myself. He saw me in the gym. He was like, I ain't never seen nobody practice like that before. I'm running whole court with trash cans and stuff because like when you're not on the team and you're a red shirt type player, or this was before I became a red shirt player, they don't give you the privileges of everything. So they don't give you the little shooting machine. They don't give you nothing. So because they wouldn't give me anything, I was just pulling things from around the room. And he just so happened to walk past, saw me. So I never really tried out for the basketball team to really say that, oh, I tried out for varsity but ended up on a red shirt team. I never was able to try out for Stevenson. What had happened was he saw me playing and I told him, Coach, my job won't let me get the day off to try out. They told me I'm going to be fired if I don't go to work. And he told me, come to practice Tuesday. I said, Coach, you're going to already have your team. He said, just come to tryouts Tuesday.
Did you show up?
Of course. Oh. I showed up, and it just so happens to be the last day of tryouts. So when I went to that tryouts, they was gauging me to see what I could do. So we run into plays. I'm making all my layups. I'm making all my jump shots. They got me paired up with some of the top defenders, and none of them could strip me. So I can see the coaches talking. Coach Stu talking to the red shirt coach. He like, I can hear him like, yo, I like him. Like I heard that. I like him. So I'm sitting there doing the play. I had one of my friends named Joey. He had the strongest defense I've had because he was stronger than me. He was bigger than me too. So like whenever I tried to get past him, I really couldn't get past him with speed. I used to have to try to shake him first and then get past. But he used to always collect himself. So I was doing that, but like I really wasn't looking at Joey. I was looking at all my other players. So I was doing like these sick passes to him. So that's when I heard Coach Steve be like, yeah, I like him. He like, yo, I want him, right? So they lined us up on the side. And it was like, yo, this is going to be who we roll with this year. And, bro, it was like a feeling of fulfillment because I was like, bro, I finally made a team. Like, yo, prior to college, I never made a team on my own. Right. Like, even that year that I tried out for that JV team, and I was a junior, he cut me before then and said, it's because you're a junior. Now, the years before that, make it to the end of tryouts, it was, oh, you're too small. Sophomore year, I got a little bit of more height on me. It's, oh, my team's stacked. And then in my junior year, you know, because like I said, sophomore year, the team was stacked because juniors was playing on JV. Right. Then you got, hey, it is my junior year. I'm thinking, all right, well, if I can't make varsity, then I should be able to make JV. And it's like, yeah, I really don't like putting juniors on JV. And it's like, well, bro, what is it going to take for me to get on the team? Because I'm like, for the past 3 years, you put juniors on JV. Right. My freshman year, I couldn't play because juniors was on JV, and you said I was too small, and then we had more sophomores on the team. Sophomore year, you got juniors on the team.
Bro,
so
let's just keep it 1,000. We know what that was. We know what that was. I quit the team. I left. You caught all the shit that came with it. That's what it was.
But part of me don't want to blame that.
I mean, part of it. I mean, okay. I mean, I will say. I'm gonna say that, yo, I do believe half of that was that.
I will say half of it was that. Because the last time you quit, because you did it twice.
Yeah, I did it twice.
The last time you quit, I knew for sure that it was that when Coach Harold came in. It was like, deliver the message, and it didn't make sense.
But I already quit. It didn't
so
matter.
it's like, yo, what message? And then eventually I got cut.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, the message is, I'm cut, you cut. But it's like, you already ain't quit.
Yeah,
so it's like,
you can't cut a nigga that's already quitting.
And I
already quit.
And like I said, you know, it just seemed too good to be true. Like, cause we running around. I'm mad they made me run a lap first before they cut me. Running around, and then you about to sign the book when you about to put your shoe size in. And then coach called me over. Was like, hey, come here real quick. I'm like, coach, I already know what you calling me over for. What am I calling you over for, right? This was talking to Coach Harold. And he was like, well, what am I calling? I was like, oh, you calling me over to cut me, man. I was like, let me just get my stuff and go. I was like, let me have some type of dignity. I already know what he was like, look, man, you know. He was like, you know.
Yeah, why even give me all the extra bullshit?
Yeah, he was like,
I'm
like, bro, I got it. Cause I'm like, bro, I can already feel the tears coming, bro. I'm like, let me leave the gym, yo. Let me go. I already know what it is. You cutting me. I didn't make the team again, this year. Let me go back to the drawing board, try to figure it out. He's like, you know, man, I really didn't want to cut you, man. I don't want to hear this right now.
Just be like,
I don't want to hear this, bro.
Just say, yo, thank you for trying out, and just let me go ahead on my way.
He's like, I really didn't, man. I tried to keep you, man. It's just we got a lot of players on the team, and then they hit you with the famous line for people that get cut.
Jordan got cut.
Yep.
When he
Jordan.
Don't nobody care about what happened.
And I told him this. I said, yo, I'm not Jordan. And he stopped. I said, yo, I'm not Jordan. I said, yo, I don't get it. I like, yo, I've seen people get on this team, yo, that never played a lick of basketball a day in their life. And it was never experience. It was never this. It was, oh, well, he got the height. I was like, but I can have the experience, and it's always my height. It's always my size. It's always something. And I was like, but I always make it to the end of tryouts. Like, what is it that makes me the reason of not being able to get on the team, but then the next year somebody my size or something gets on the team and they do the exact same thing I do. So I used to go to the games and I used to study. And I study and be like, okay.
But bro, that was the reason why I quit the second time. Cause like, yo, after the first time, it was what it was. Second time, when I saw how things was going in practice, I was like, yo, I'm getting in, I'm doing a lot of stuff. I was like, yo, but he makes me run a lot, right? He mainly makes me run a lot. I was like, yo, and then on certain things, like certain places stuff, I'm like, yo, I'm not even included in some of these. And then it was really apparent when it got to the scrimmage game that we had. Like, nigga, I've never been in a scrimmage that had 5 quarters. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I didn't touch the floor not one time.
Me or you.
In the whole 5 quarters. And it was crazy because some of the dudes that was on JV, the ones that really don't fuck with me like that. You know what I mean? The first thing they said was, oh, yo, how many points did you score? They said it on purpose. I was like, man, fuck y'all. And I walked out. And I knew that night, I said, yo, this is my last night. I said, all right, this is my last night playing up here. Like, I ain't about to do that. I'm not going to do that. Because I said, I'm not going to go out like that. Because I said, I already knew if I had continued to go to trials, even doing all the things that I was doing, he was going to cut me anyway. And I was like, yo, nobody, I said, you ain't gonna embarrass me like that, especially because you know that I can bust every nigga ass in here. You're not gonna do that.
I wish that day when it kind of reminded me of that episode of Avatar The Last Airbender, the core season, when Tarlok and Noah talk. They be sitting there, he was like, yo, let's leave our father. Yo, he was like, we can leave mine. And like, the little brother was like, yo, but what about mom? He was like, yo, he's right. Yo, you all weak, right? He was like, you all weak, man. And he goes off on his own. When you hit me up the day we was about to go to tryouts or practice or whatever, and you was like, yo, I'm about to go to the mall with Kenyatta. You want to come? This was the day that you pretty much quit. And I was like, nah, I want to go to practice. And he was like, do you? If I'd have went with you, I would have never had the experience of somebody.
Yeah, we just wouldn't have came. That just would have been the end of it.
My senior year, a lot of people don't know this, but I did try out for, school again. But this time I didn't try my best. Now, I'm gonna be honest with that. I didn't try my best. I was going to try my best in the beginning when I first was like stretching and all that stuff, because I was like, I had been practicing all summer. I was like, I'm gonna shut everybody up, right? And I never got to try out play against anybody that was trying out for varsity. And I was sat there, I'm looking around the room.
I'm about to say, I've had that happen to friends of mine.
I'm looking around the room, and now because this is my 4th year trying out, I'm like, yo, I know what it is when you're a senior. When a senior tries out and they're only playing against JV, you're cut.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking around, I'm like, yo, he dissing this varsity. And then yo came over to me and was like, I didn't even know you was still here.
Wow.
See, I forgot you was here.
Wow.
You know? He said, yo, you about to get on next. You gonna run the 1. Had me run the 1. He was like, and you, for everybody else, I told all the kids that was in my group, I said, yo, we all getting cut. They was like, I ain't getting cut. I said, bro, you getting cut, bro. You the last group. I said, yo, the last group always gets cut. I said, trust me, I've been here for 4 years. I said, bro, I know it. I said, yo,
unless one of you little niggas is LeBron James right now.
I said, yo, literally, yo, I said, yo, it does not matter what you do on this court right now. He already has it in his mind that he's cutting you. I said, yo, the fact that you're playing with me, you're getting cut. He already knows he doesn't want me. Because I was going to leave, right? Once I realized, I was like, yo, all the seniors gone. I said, oh, it's time for me to live. I was like, because he's going to cut me. And one of the guys was on the floor, little kid fighting in 9th grade. He was like, yo, but if you leave, we might not have enough to play. And I said, true. I said, all right, well, I'll just play anyway, right? So when he give us our numbers, I was like, all right. I said, I'm gonna give him a taste, right? I'm gonna do something. I get the ball, I come down the court, I got a 10th grader on me. I give him 2 moves and I drop him to the floor. That's it. Everybody goes, oh shit. Even the coach, I get him go, oh shit. I give him an in and out, heads, boom, drop to the floor. I go to the basket, I get hit, right? Miss the layup. Coach don't say nothing. Get the ball again. I'm bringing the ball down the court again. I'm wide open. Drop to the basket. Coach says nothing. I keep getting fouled, but nothing, right? Get the ball back again. I'm giving these good passes. We up. We up. Every time I'm bringing the ball down the court, we up. And then I say, yo, I'm going to reclaim this. I say, yo, I'm not about to play good and get cut. I said, I'm just going to start doing anything now. So I ran down the court, got to the 3-point line, and I did a floater from the 3-point line. And inside, I was like, yo, it is what it is. I had a wide open 3, and I saw the basket was wide open. I shot the 3 instead, right? Even though the lane was wide open. And I can hear the coach say, see, that's what I'm talking about. But you're going to cut me anyway. Now, a lot of people may argue, yo, he probably wouldn't have cut you.
No, I still would.
He was going to cut me anyway. I'm like, yo, I'd rather go out playing around than to play my hardest and still get cut.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going out on my own shit. Like, yo, if I know you already going to go ahead and do me dirty like that, then it is what
So I'm like, yo, I'm bringing the ball down the court. I'm like, yo, I don't care. I'm like, yo, I'm giving it. I'm at the while. Like I said, I just passing it to them. Because I'm like, bro, I already proved that no matter what I do, I can get past these niggas at any point, any time of day. I don't belong playing with them.
And if I don't get y'all the ball and y'all ain't got gym class, y'all ain't going to be able to hoop. So y'all might as well just make fun of whatever y'all got going on right here, right now, because this is going to be the end of it. This is the last of it.
I'm saying, then I'm like this. And after the game, after he cut me, I dapped him up. I said, yo, coach, I said, yo, this is the end of the line. Because I knew deep down inside, I was like, yo, I'm going to play in college. I got a feeling. Somehow, some way, I just could feel it. And I ain't gonna lie, I came home and I watched Meet the Robinsons. And they said, keep moving forward.
I mean, yo, honestly, it's really, I ain't never really thinking of nothing, and I ain't really care, because I already know. I said, yo, out of everybody that we seen playing basketball with, a lot of them ain't gonna play anyway. And I was right. The only person that was still hooping afterwards was Stanton.
Yeah.
From when I was playing on the team.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, everybody else is doing whatever. So all of this, to me, personally, it's a waste of time. Like, you might as well just go ahead and enjoy just being a kid. And I did. I enjoyed all of my 11th grade year. I enjoyed all of my 12th grade year, and I had fun.
On top of that,
And I didn't come to school stressed out, because, bro, I'm going to tell you, yo, sophomore year, freshman year, came to school stressed out, bro. Like, yo, you had practice, you had school, 8:15 in the morning, right? 8:15 to like 3:30, right? Then from 3:30 to like 6 o'clock, you're still at the school, because practice starts like 6 or 6:30.
mm-hmm.
Practice is over at like 8 something at night. By the time you get back home, if you didn't do your homework and stuff, and study hall or something like that, right? You have no time to talk to no girls on the phone if you got a girlfriend, which I had, right? So you have no time to talk to your girl on the phone. And even if you do, you're gonna fall asleep. So now you got to deal with that headache because you're gonna get fussed out. You don't never talk to me. You don't never say nothing. You going to school, you tired as fuck every single day. Your legs are aching. You really don't have a break because you're practicing 5 days out of the week, and then we're done now. You're practicing 6 days out the week.
Yeah, because he got you in there on Saturday.
Right. So it's like, yo, it's your entire life is just done, and that's the reason why. And I knew from the jump, yo, I knew that I liked basketball, but I didn't love it the way that most people did. Because even when we had AAU and I signed up for it, I quit that too. Because I was like, yo, I want to enjoy my summer. Like, yo, we're kids. This is not a job. We're kids. Like, but we should be able to enjoy life because when we become adults, guess what? Those of us that's not playing basketball, yo, it's over. Yeah. We get a couple pickup games here and there, but yo, that's gonna be the end of it. Like, I want to enjoy the rest of my time playing with my friends, and that's why I said I don't regret anything. Like, I love playing the time that I played, and I love the time that I was not playing. And I enjoyed it. And there ain't nothing else to it.
That's one thing that I will say. I enjoyed being a kid, cause like, yo, one thing I will say that, like you said, you know, when you play under a coach, yo, it take the fun out of it, cause it's not do you, it's more so my way or no way.
Bro, the greatest coach I've ever had is that man Dominic Davis, aka Rudy. Okay. The greatest coach I've ever had. You wanna know why? Because yo, he knew exactly how I played, and every time we played a rec game, he said, yo, you got a green light on everything. The ball go up, go get it, go back up. You got an open lane, go straight forward. You get the ball in 3-point line, shoot it. I don't care if you miss it, go get your rebound, shoot it again. That's how you get 26, 25, 22, 21, 25, 23. That's how you get that when you have a coach that tells you, like, yo, I know you, do your thing.
And that's why Rob Dillingham is going ham at Kentucky.
Right, because his coach allows him to do whatever he want to do because he's like, yo, look, I know how he plays. I know this man want to go to the league. Do what you got to do to help us win.
And he coming off the bench.
Right, and he's doing his thing. And I was like, yo, I am amazed because every time I see him play, I'm like, yo, it's like he's playing and one. Straight
buckets.
Up. Like the entire time.
And that's, and to, I guess to conclude the show, like, yo, that is the prime example of, yo, you can be on the bench and be nice. Yeah. Like, yo.
Don't ever let anybody tell you because, yo, you sitting on the bench that you're not nice. Because let me tell you something. The reason why you're on the bench, why you're on the team, period, is because you're better than everybody that actually tried out. Which a lot of people don't understand. Everybody that walks into that gym to try out, that's not sitting beside you, who's sitting in the stands on the other end talking about, oh, yo, look at you sitting on the bench. You have no opportunity of even being able to sit over here. Understand that. Like, yo. And I've never understood how some niggas could do that, yo. What he say, hey, be, yo, you ain't get no burn, you know, bro. Oh, y'all can't play.
Let me tell you this, right? So freshman year, there was a dude, me and Jerome had the same lunch shift, right? And there was a dude that was in there. I don't even know your name. It was like, you'll say, yo, he was like, yo, these niggas in the gym, yo, they was, because I guess he was at tryouts, right? I never played against him at tryouts, right? So he was like, yo, these niggas be bums, yo. He was like, yo, I was busting these niggas A's and this and the third, right? So I was like, he was sitting there like this. I was like, oh, yo, you hoop at tryouts? I was like, you was at tryouts? He was like, yeah, I was at tryouts. I said, all right. I said, well, I was like, all right, you know, it is what it is, right? So he was like, yo, you tried out? He was like, oh, you got cut. I said, no, I'm still at tryouts. And he was like, wait, you still in and I'm not? He was like, yo, this nigga bumped too. I said, wait, you got cut? He was like, yeah, I got cut like the other day. I said, oh, then what are we having a conversation for? and Jerome started laughing because he was like, yo, right? So Jerome started laughing because he was like, yo, the dude was talking like, yo.
Like he was.
Like, yo, he was still in. Yeah. Like the way he was talking, I was like, bro, oh, you calling me a bum? I said, yo, then today, stick me. He was like, yo, oh, I can't. I was like, why not? He was like, yo, I got cut. I said, wait, you got cut? He said, yeah. I looked at Jerome looked at me like, I said, what are we having a conversation for? I said, yo, what are you talking about? What are we talking about here? You playing against your imagination, man. He playing against chocolate over there. He playing to get chocolate over there. I was like, what's wrong with him, bro?
Hey, yo.
For those of you who don't know, yo, Chocolate was an imaginary basketball player that I used to come up with when I used to play basketball by myself. I was a kid. I was like 8 years old.
Every time a nigga missed a shot, that wasn't me. That was Chocolate. Stupid as hell, yo.
Oh,
so
man.
stupid, yo.
He was a Hershey bar. I can't help it.
But
it wasn't me. That nigga was playing to get chocolate. He was playing to get chocolate. It wasn't me. Anyway, it was wild.
Anyway, though, to wrap up this episode, like, yeah, yo, if you are a bench player, yo, don't be upset about the politics of the game. It's always going to be the way that it is. It's never going to stop being like that. All you can do is just continue to keep on working. You know, work as hard as you can while you're on the court. Definitely work as hard as you can off the court. You know what I mean? And eventually, you're going to run into that one coach that's going to see, you know, and recognize all your hard work that you put in and stuff like that, and you're gonna take off from there. You know what I mean? But just don't give up, because the moment that you give up and you stop with your dreams, and it's like you'll just give up everything else like that. I know personally from that, like I said, I walked away from the game, and then when I had an opportunity to potentially come back, that opportunity was taken off the table. So it was like, yo, you know, there was a little bit of regret there, but life goes on, things happen. You know what I mean? And you just, like he said, when you watch movies and stuff like that, and they just keep telling you to keep moving forward. That's all you can do in life. Walk it without regret. With that being said, I'm gonna wrap up this today's episode. Win, thanks for joining me again, bro. Always good to have you, bro. Everybody, thank y'all once again. Everybody that tunes into the podcast, whether you watch it visually or you listen to the audio recording of it. And we'll see y'all next time. Peace out.